Kia ora koutou e te whānau. My name's Neen. I'm the Joy Nudger. I am here to stuff my weekly expenses and savings challenges. If you're new here or you just recently subscribed, welcome. I do this every Wednesday when my income comes in. I started doing this because I was sick of being broke for one, and I wanted to make abundance out of the small amount of income that I do get. So abundance is different from wealth in my mind. Abundance for me, different to everyone, but for me it's about having enough money to have good times with my friends and family, deal with emergencies as they come up, basically just not stress, just not stress about money on the weekly. So let's give this a quick count. I have 51, 20, 40, 60, 80, 2, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 93, 10, 20, 35, 45, 55, 60. So as I said, that's a little bit more than I normally have to stuff. This is not my bills money. I keep that in my bank account. Try to pay for everything on APs or direct debits or whatever. This is mostly just money for my everyday expenses, which we're going to have a look at how I've done. So groceries spent, fuel spent, cafe I've still got 5. Takeaways, we're not stuffing at the moment. Household, nothing. Kids fun has 5. I keep my change in here. And I've got a few gold coins. It's really nice actually working in cash and having the coins available for things like Mufti Day. It was Mufti Day at my kids' school last week. So, really good to have some cash on hand. Excuse me while I take a drink. Sorry about that, my throat's really sore. My drink of choice is Lipton's peach tea, which is delicious, but, kind of spendy. My poor daughter broke her fingers this week in basketball. So some of my extra money that I got, I went and got like her favourite donut and some M&Ms and her favourite drink and stuff to sort of cheer her up. Anyway, on with the show. This week we are going to give myself 120 in groceries. If you've been following me for a while, you kind of know I shop my pantry. Pantry's doing pretty good at the moment. So I look at my pantry first, make a meal plan on a Sunday, and kind of write out a list so I know that 120 is actually going to do me this week. Fuel is getting its regular 40. Pleased to see that fuel is going down a little bit. It's around $2.50 or $2.53 for 91 in my area. Tell me how much it is for you. Just interested. Cafe is going to get 10. Takeaways, as I said, we're going to skip that. Household is getting 15. It's not very much on its own to buy stuff, but I'll try and let it build up over a few weeks. I buy like batteries and light bulbs and stuff for the garden out of household. Kids fun is getting 10. Had to take a little bit out of this for my son had a birthday party to go to, so I bought the kids, the wee guys, present, some from that, and I also pulled from my giving envelope. I don't have a separate envelope for gifts for people beyond my immediate family. Kind of thinking about that, but also at the same time, I got a lot of envelopes on the go. As you will see, I've actually added a few more. Whether that's a good idea or not, we'll just have to see. I just like to kind of focus on one or two key things, and these coming up, these are my 3 top priorities. The first is emergency savings, which is going to get 20. So that's a balance of 520. Did have to access it for ACC surcharge for x-rays and stuff, so I have, as well as putting $20 in here this week, I transferred $20 online, and that was from a little bit of side income that I earned, most of which is in the stuffing, some of which just built that back up. Christmas and birthdays is getting 35, 70. Oh, yippee! Yeah, that takes us up to 100. I've got 360 to save before kind of the first week of December is my thinking. So let's have a wee look. I've done all my kids' birthday presents, so this is immediate family and food for Christmas. 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100. Excellent. Kids savings, just their long-term savings envelope. We've got 50, 65 in there. Just going to give them 10 this week, and need a new tracker. So this is building up. It's getting close to $100. What did I say? 10. 50, 60, 75. Wouldn't it be cool if I could get to 100 by the end of the month? Yeah, we'll see. This is the lowest priority out of the 3. Yeah, but it's good that I'm making progress. My 22 deposits is just change that I rolled over from last week. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Not bad considering I dipped into it for the mufti day. Level with me. You're doing this in your head and you've already done it, haven't you? 121, 121, 80. If you're new here, I'm on week 18 of saving my rollover cash. I've had a few ideas about what to do with this. I just think as a practice of saving, if you want to dip your toe in, start here. Just like try and work like your groceries and fuel and cash, and then save the change. Beauty, I spent it all on birthday stuff, which I showed you in my last video. I'm going to put $20 in there today. I'll be saving up for a haircut and colour in December, so good to get going on that. Clothes, also spent quite heavily from this envelope, but I've got 10, 25, 35, and I'm going to put 10 in for 45. Hobbies is getting 10. Giving, I am adding 15 today. 10, 15. I'm just going to shove that in there. And then my miscellaneous envelope is building up quite nicely. It's got 20, 40, 50, 60. I'm going to put 10 in, so I'll put a 10 in. Sorry, a 20 in and bring 10 out. I don't think I'm quite with it. This cold's gone to my head and I just, ugh. 20, 40, 60, 70. My target here is $150. And then once I get to that target, I'd like that to be kind of the new minimum. Right, so I'll spend out of it for miscellaneous things. I kind of have in my head the idea that this would be for going and doing stuff with friends that I quite often have to say no to because I can't afford like the babysitting and then the cost of tickets and stuff on top. So having about $150 just laid aside for those fun times is really good for my mental health. Anyway, moving on, you will see I have 2 new envelopes, the car envelope and fur bays. I've arrived at putting these in because, let's give this $20, because I thought my rego was due in October and it's actually due in September. So I'm going to try and aggressively save this in cash. Fur bays, I took my elderly cat to the vet for her regular checkup, which I actually put $5 a week into, like I pay them $5 a week, the vets, so her fees were covered, and she, you know, like had an annual shot and checkup and whatnot, but her teeth are not looking that fantastic, so we might need to start saving about $600 to get her teeth cleaned because they put her under and she needs, yeah, anyway, the quote they gave me was between $350 and $600, so ouch. I've got about 6 months to save for that, so all good. And then what have I got left? This is getting a little bit full. I might have to swap some envelopes around at some point. This is my savings binder. My first challenge, the Kiwis Can Fly challenge, is just putting some money aside for I want to go up to the North Island to celebrate one of my auntie's big birthdays. So I've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 60. And this means I can colour in a 20, although I don't have one, so I'm going to go do 2 10s. Give me a minute. Hey, I'm back. So I saved you from watching me colour them in. The good thing about these is because they're laminated, you can draw on them with Sharpie and then wipe them off again with like spray and wipe or nail varnish remover and use them again and again. So this is just a mini savings challenge. 120 is saving. That'll be about the costs of flights for me to get to Auckland, and then I'm going to have to save for rental car and I'm planning on driving down to Taupo. And visiting a friend along the way. Right, for Ninja Goals, this is my son's class. He wants to go to karate next year. So I've got a little bit of time to save. Got 10, 20, 30, 45. So I get to do 2 blobs. Today I'm going to do a 10 and a 5. There you go. So once all of this is filled in, it's $175, which should cover a term's worth of fees and perhaps a little bit of uniform on top of that. I sell these in my shop, or you can go to Buy Me a Coffee. This is available as a download if you want to do it that way. Or if you want me to print it and laminate it for you and send it to you, you can go to my felt shop. I will link those things below. Sitting waiting in the wings, I've got the rest of my savings challenges. I can't wait to start this coin toss one. I don't know why, but just doing it this way just makes it a kind of bit more fun, and coin toss, you know, makes it so that you don't really know what you're going to save. You're just going to save something. Me, I'll probably do like 10 and 20, or 5 and 10, or something like that. But you know, you can fill out your own denomination, so you could make it 50 or 100, you know, if that's within your budget. Waitangi Day, I just want to save this because around Waitangi Day, that time of year seems to be the time of year that I am like most broke, because we just got through Christmas and 6 weeks of kids being on holiday. So I'm just thinking to myself, this is kind of like a late summer challenge. No, I don't specifically have something in mind for what to do on Waitangi Day, but wouldn't it be nice to have $200 tucked away for that time, for you know, taking the kids somewhere, doing something fun, or funding the back to school stuff, you know, the books and stuff, or extra uniform. Yeah, so that's another one I can't wait to start. And then, you know, there's more behind here that I've sort of shown you in previous videos, and that we'll get cracking on as we go. But I think my approach here is to not overwhelm myself and go too hard and spread myself too thin. I'd like to see my emergency savings at least reach $1,000 before I start like really dabbling with those savings challenges. Anyway, that's enough waffle. That was my cash stuffing. Thank you for being here, and if you have recently subscribed, thanks for doing that. I really appreciate you. It really encourages me that you leave comments behind, and makes me want to do this more. I hope that this encourages you to think a little bit differently about your money. It's energy, it's there for your abundance. You know, everyone is deserving of abundance, no matter whether they're rich or poor. I hope you have a wonderful week. I will see you back here probably over the weekend with a little bit of a video, or if not, next Wednesday. Kia ora.